What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 707 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 38 of Supremacy, coming off the heels of Absolution, guys, and still on the road to the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance 8. Now just over a month away, but there is still one more roadblock, next week's Purgatory event, which is already shaping up to be quite an obstacle for a lot of the superstars here in CMV. We know there will be 2 Elimination Chamber matches taking place. Crossfire's going to be a women's Elimination Chamber to crown a new CMV Women's Hardcore Champion. But the men here on Supremacy, guys, it has been confirmed, will be competing inside of the Elimination Chamber for the International Championship. So yes, Quantum, the brand new champion, the man who just became champion at Absolution by defeating George King, will have his first defense inside of the Devil's Domain against 5 other superstars. Those 5 superstars have yet to be named, but possibly could be one of these 2 that are kicking off the show. Ashley Amell taking on Bob Luger, guys, and well, a lot of people feel as though this is a must-win situation for Bob Luger after the last month or so he has had really going downhill. Luger has been struggling with multiple losses to D'Angelo Prince. D'Angelo Prince, since returning, has really been a thorn in the side of Bob Luger. Of course, getting that huge upset singles win back at Fortune. And, well, Prince actually eliminated Luger as well from the qualifying battle royal he was in. Look at that leg drop there from Luger. First time matchup here between these 2. But Luger knows now with Ascendance so close, he's got to kick into overdrive. And if anybody can do that, it's Bob Luger. We've seen Luger come back from some serious losing streaks throughout his career. Remember his first year here in CMV? He went on like a, damn near 20-match losing streak. And, well, there he stands today. A 2-time Alpha World Champion, a 2-time International Champion, a former Tag Team Champion. Ashley Amell, though, is going to try to capitalize on the downfall Luger is having at the moment. Try and dig that ditch a little deeper, if you will. What's up, Rifted? Powerbomb by Bob Luger. What's up, Hawks and J-Rod? Welcome, welcome. I'm sure Quantum watching from the back eagerly here tonight, hoping to find out who just some of his challengers may be. Quantum has stepped into the Elimination Chamber before, but it has been a long time for the future man. I think the last Elimination Chamber match Quantum had was, back in Season 2. And he was going by a different name then, so can you really even say that it was Quantum? Nice arm drag there by Ashley Amell. Bob Luger just completely taking the bullet, coming back with a Coney Island Cyclone on the outside. And, well, if Luger wanted to, he could probably win by countout, but Bob Luger never takes any shortcuts. What's up, Batman? Just in time, the show kicking off. Ashley Amell taking on Bob Luger. A lot of eyes on this one with the Elimination Chamber match confirmed at Purgatory. Quantum defending his International Championship. Could possibly see one of these 2 take one of the 5 spots. Nothing confirmed yet, but a lot of action here tonight, guys, on Supremacy number 38. We do know that at Purgatory, the Unified World Tag Team titles will be up for grabs. The S&S Connection, Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton, have laid down the challenge. Jason Spade, along with Brett Curtis, have accepted. But tonight, it is about divide and conquer. 2 singles matches. Shay Hoxton taking on Brett Curtis. And in our main event, first time ever, Xander Slate one-on-one with undisputed champion Jason Spade. Now that Val is gone, now that Supremacy is free, it's time to move on. S&S Connection wasting no time going after some championship gold. Out of 17 here, guys, and of course, these 2 have until 20 to get back into the ring. It looks like they might try to race each other. Luger stops Amell with a swinging neckbreaker, guys, but Luger doesn't seem concerned with the count at all. Luger just got counted out. It's a double count out, guys. Ashley Amell and Bob Luger fighting on the outside. And it seems like Luger realized where the count was at with only a second to go. He tried to get back into the ring, but too little, too late. And you can see the frustration on Luger's face, just how fed up he's getting with himself more than anybody else. At least not a loss, but this match does go down as a draw, guys. What does Bob Luger have to do to get out of this rut? We've seen what happens in the past when Luger gets frustrated, and I just hope that he doesn't decide to go down that path once again, because Luger has it within him to turn things around. Tonight wasn't his night. But so long as he remains focused, I believe the work ethic Titan can get back on track, guys. But coming up next, it is the first of those two huge singles matches here tonight. Shay Hoxton taking on Brett Curtis. And again, later on in our main event, Xander Slate one-on-one with Jason Spade. But yes, guys, the tyranny of Tailcoat Val has ended thanks to the alliance put together by Shay Hoxton. He, Brett Curtis, Slate, Spade, and Los Felinos Fatales, guys, storming Val's compound after Val's unfortunate night at Absolution. Of course, all of her subjects losing. First, Miasma, then Reese Ortiz and Randy Borton, and finally Subject Zero in the main event, failing to capture the Undisputed Championship. And so the Alliance using that sort of big blow at the pay-per-view to then capitalize, raiding her compound, and finally putting an end to Tailcoat Val. So now Supremacy is free, and the SNS Connection, like I said, wasting no time, saying, hey, now that Val's gone, no hard feelings. It's just business. We want those tag team titles. Kings and Spades not backing down. They accepted the challenge, and so it will go down at Purgatory. The Unified World Tag Team title is going to be on the line, but tonight it's about momentum as the two teams split up to take each other on. Hoxton, nice and neat in the midsection. Remember, Brett Curtis is also the current Anarchy champion, guys, and he actually will be defending his championship right here next week on Supremacy. Mandatory, because he captured the championship, you'll remember, last month. He has not defended it since. Mandatory championship defense next week. No word as of yet who his challenger will be. But of course, Shay Hoxton, a two-time Anarchy champion. Maybe if he wins here, he'll prove himself worthy of a singles championship match as well. Nice modified sort of pendulum backbreaker there by Hoxton. Of course, he and Slate victorious against the team of Borton and Ortiz at Absolution. What was an unlikely alliance at first, now obviously becoming stronger in their mission to capture the Unified World Tag Team titles. Bit of a stalling vertical suplex by Hoxton. And Zaguri, down goes Brett Curtis. And Shay Hoxton wasting no time, pouncing on him, drags him towards the center of the ring. Trip up though by Curtis. The double champ. Putting a spin on the classic back suplex. Sort of a pump handle variation. And he's going to go for the pin after that. Whoa, not even a one count. I'm trying to think if this is a first time encounter as well. I know for sure that Slate versus Spade later on in the main event is. But I have a feeling these two may have crossed paths at some point. DDT by Curtis as Hoxton was coming back in from the apron, but a surprise small package by Hox now might have Curtis thrown off. No, only a one count. Choke slam incoming. All the way up and back down again. This is not good for the Anarchy champion. One. Ooh, only a one count. Shay Hoxton a bit perplexed. Right back on the attack. And when he puts someone in the corner, you know what he's looking for, that Super 21. And Brett Curtis wants absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh, but never one to shy away from a good old classic 21. Uno, dos. No trace for Shay Hoxton. Look how smart Hoxton is. He doesn't waste any time. He doesn't complain. He doesn't throw a tantrum. He goes right back to work. Another choke slam, maybe. Curtis says, I don't think so. Blue Thunder Bomb by the specialist. Taking Hoxton for a spin. Shoots the half and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Hoxton dazed and confused, though. Brett Curtis knows that. Michinoku driver with authority, center of the ring. 1, 2. But Hoxton by the skin of his teeth, if you will. And I mean, the alliance to end Tailcoat Val was already shaky at its base. You can tell there's some pent-up aggression here. Now with Val gone, there's a sense of... well, it's almost like you can finally breathe easy in the arena. Hoxton, Curtis, the rest don't have to have eyes in the back of their head. They don't have to worry about something happening, being kidnapped, being jumped. And now they can focus on what matters. That's championship gold. Clothesline by Curtis after that sort of tossing powerbomb by Hoxton. Nice Tanahashi clothesline. Hoxton might be stunned. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Sits right back up, though. Trying to go in for the kill. Curtis is just a bit quicker. Another one of those pump handle back suplexes. You can never discount Shea Hoxton, though. Even off his back, he is a dangerous man. You want to talk about some aggression. Full mount position. Hoxton laying in to the Anarchy champion. Sanders, Slayton, Jason Spade both watching this one, I'm sure, backstage as they prepare for their match later on in the main event. Float over DDT again by Brett Curtis. Seems like he might be hesitating. Curtis! Hang on! Cloverleaf! Cloverleaf! This is new from Brett Curtis. Middle of the ring, guys. Hoxton has absolutely nowhere to go. And he taps! Brett Curtis forcing Shea Hoxton to submit via the Cloverleaf. Impressive win for Brett Curtis. You never know what to expect. I've said it before from Brett Curtis. And Shea Hoxton just was not ready. Truly no escape from that Cloverleaf right in the middle of the ring. Hoxton tried to hold on, but he had to tap out. And Brett Curtis actually just ending a decent winning streak Hoxton was on for the last couple of months or so. So that is big momentum for the Unified World Tag Team Champions heading into Purgatory, guys, where they will defend their titles against the SNS Connection. But now the question is, what's going to happen in our main event between Xander, Slate, and Jason Spade? Can Slate even the momentum? Or will Spade make sure that the champions are carrying it all come Purgatory? And coming up next, guys, here in Supremacy number 38, some singles action. As Misawa Kage will take on Christian Kai. Two guys who have been very vocal about their wants for a European Championship opportunity. Of course, you remember a few weeks ago, Christian Kai made his debut big time here on Supremacy by answering an open challenge issued by European champion Reese Matthews. And Kai nearly was able to knock Matthews off and join a very short list of superstars in CMV history who have won a championship in their debut. Unfortunately, in the end, came up short, but an impressive follow-up last episode. Kai wants another shot at Reese Matthews. Meanwhile, Misawa Kage, who actually teamed with Matthews last week, forced Killian Reid, former European champion / Great American champion, to tap out, or really it ended via referee stoppage when Misawa Kage had that Togen death grip locked in. So Kage feels as though he should be in the driver's seat to earn that championship shot at Purgatory. Well, one man is going to have their case strengthened here tonight. Misawa Kage, very similar to Christian Kai upon his debut here in CMV a little over 4, maybe 5 months ago. Exploded onto the scene. His first couple of weeks made it to the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, and a lot of people saw a bright future for Misawa Kage, perhaps still do. If he can keep up this bit of momentum he's been stacking. Not if Kai has anything to say about it. This kid, if you ask me, is really the total package. Good looking, great shape, super fast like you can see right there, incredibly agile. And that's just from what we've seen in his last 2 outings. But he's also very cocky, likes to call himself the natural. Says this all comes naturally to him, doesn't even break a sweat. Turning that kick into a German suplex. Maurice Matthews, surely from the back. If he's smart, keeping a close eye on a monitor. Could very well be his next challenger. Decided here in this match. Northern Lights suplex. Rolls through to Kai for a brain buster. And that requires some incredible upper body strength. Double boot stomp. Will we get the vintage Borton combo? No, we will not. Christian Kai going another route. And Seguri blocked by Kage, and that is quick thinking. Great reflexes, and here comes that Japanese strong style. 1 after the chop combination. Christian Kai taking it on the chin into a front headlock now. Chops out of it, does Kage. And another bout. So quick that if you blink, you might have missed it. Misawa Kage might have Kai beat in one department, and that is the speed at which he can frickin' throw out those chops and kicks. Especially those kicks, and Kai has to be so careful about that kick from the corner. Or maybe even more importantly, the running high knee Kage likes to utilize. Quite frequently another German suplex. Christian Kai. What's he looking for here, guys? Another double boot stomp. Punch to the top of the head. I like to see that. Telling Kage, bring it on. Kage throws him overhead with a fireman's carry. Blocking a forearm smash, center of the ring. Up over the shoulders. We've seen this before from Christian Kai. Taking him out with the Death Valley driver. Oh, but only a 2 count. The natural. Not going to grab the dub that easily. Tries to go for a kick. Kage, knowing that he's in trouble, needs to turn things around into his favor. Battling desperately in the corner. Christian Kai exploded right into the turnbuckles. No bueno. And now Kai going to target that lower back. Like a great white shark in the deep blue sea, he smells that blood. He's going in for the kill. A little bit of showing off. Can't say that I'm a fan of that. Tries to kick out the knee. Gets an elbow. Float over DDT. Kai just tips right up. Throwing Kage down. Man, this kid is a prototype. Bam! Right down onto the neck with that dragon suplex. 1. And Kai's like, you gotta be kidding you. 1 count? Misawa Kage, though, he is a tough SOB. And Christian Kai just keeps playing with him, man. Oh, he got him! He went for the sliding strike. Kai thought he avoided it, but then Kage was able to trip him up at the last second with his toes. That's what I'm saying. Don't play with the kid. Misawa Kage, look at these kicks. There's one to the chest. Kai may have just dug his own grave, ladies and gentlemen. Single knee backbreaker. Picked up into a seated position. Christian, though, takes a deep breath, swings a punch. Tries to go for an enziguri. Desperate now is the natural. Bam! And that'll have you sleeping for a month straight. Now it's Christian Kai who's slipping into the deep end. That just goes to show how quickly a match can change hands. That's why you always have to be vigilant. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Bicycle knee. I saw some spit go flying. But Kage's able to snap back to reality just before the count of 3. That's what I call a 2.99999. And now we get a TKO. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. No. 3. Christian Kai getting in referee Johnson's face, saying, "You got to be kidding me. That was a 3 count." But that time he wasted complaining. Kage now going to use. Catches him on the downfall. End of days by Misawa Kage. 1, 2. Incredible match here on Supremacy number 38. What a sleeper, but it is blowing the roof off and these fans are loving it. A chant of "This is awesome." That catching end of days was pretty slick. And now Kage is the one playing with Kai a bit. Slap in the back of his head. That's a classic trick in Japan. Disrespecting your opponent, but just slap him in the back of the head. Christian Kai now retreating, but Kage is not going to give him the room to breathe. Hangman's neckbreaker at ringside. Kip up though. Kai doesn't know how to stay down. Drop kick into the apron. And Kage might have a broken back. Know how hard that apron is? Count of 4 and Kage is not done. Tossing Christian Kai into the corner. Punches and bunches to the face, using the barricade as sort of a prop. But Kai is trying to come back. Knee right up under the chin, gonna have him on spaghetti legs. Now into the steel steps. Christian Kai getting a full tour of the ringside area here on Supremacy. Now that was a slick reversal, turning the victory roll into a knee drop to the face. And now look at the Rings of Saturn locked in. Of course, Christian Kai cannot win like this. It's not falls count anywhere, but this is doing a lot of damage. The referee can't do anything about it but continue his count. Misawa Kage's got to find a way out of it on his own, and he does. A trio of elbows to the right eye of Christian Kai. Count of 14. Hopefully we don't get a repeat from our opening match here tonight.
15.
Kai with a kick to the midsection.
16.
16 count. One of these guys has got to get back in the ring, or we're going to have another double count out here tonight.
17.
Oh, steel meeting face. And Kai just does not care. Now he's going back in the ring. Christian Kai
19.
gonna take the win by count out. No, he's not. Breaking the count at 19, guys, so easily. Kai could have just won the match right there, but he decided to break the count, and I gotta respect that. Wants to win definitively, but it might have been a mistake. End of days as Kai is getting to his feet. 1, 2, 3. Misawa Kage. Now that was awesome. Christian Kai, he decided to do the good thing. He broke the count. He wanted the match to end legitimately. But Misawa Kage getting back in the ring caught him with a second end of days. And Misawa Kage with a huge win. What a match. Hopefully we get a replay. At the count of 19, Christian Kai had the match won. Could have easily stayed in the ring, but went to pick Misawa Kage up. Kage sprung to life, threw him in the ring, hit the end of days for a second time, and Misawa Kage with a huge win. Misawa Kage strengthening his case for a shot at the European Championship. Reese Matthews, beware. And coming up next, guys, fatal four-way action on Supremacy number 38, with still a lot to look forward to, including our main event where Xander Slate will go one-on-one with Jason Spade for the first time ever. But as announced by general manager and principal owner of CMV, Kellen O'Neill, the Elimination Chamber match for Supremacy at Purgatory will see Quantum defend his international championship against not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 challengers. And he has a keen eye on these 4 specifically. He wants to see what they got. He wants to see one of them prove themselves. We've got D'Angelo Prince, Jared Leon, Deshaun Williams, and Danger Cat. Of course, Danger Cat's probably riding a bit of a high right now after joining the rest of the Alliance, bringing down Tailcoat Val. Sorry about that, grabbing a quick drink of water, because I already know this one's going to be pretty crazy. And this is not elimination. This is first fall to a finish. Pin or submission only counting in the ring. D'Angelo Prince, who has been ultra impressive since his return to CMV at the top of last month, was a part of the King of the Hill match at Absolution, but was eliminated. He is not going to the main event of Ascendance 8. That instead being awarded to Andrew Briggs, who here tonight going to have a rematch from last episode of Supremacy. Dave Turner, very much looking forward to that. Meanwhile, in terms of Jared Leon, the Justice family, ever since reuniting, and especially now that Tailcoat Val is gone, they've been having a rough patch. Bloody Justice will be in action a little bit later on, hoping to turn things around for himself. But Jared Leon needs to worry about the task at hand, and that's D'Angelo Prince throwing him around here in front of the announce table. Deshaun Williams. Ooh, stunner to Danger Cat. The takeover, and Los Felinos Fatales kind of been going back and forth the last couple of months. More recently, the takeover defeated LFF inside of a steel cage on the 700th episode of CMV. Taking hold of the arm, snapping it right across the knee, and Leon getting thrown gut first into the steel steps. D'Angelo Prince, very impressed with himself. Super kick by Deshaun, caught by Danger Cat. Now Danger Cat, let's not forget, long before Los Felinos Fatales was a thing, a singles competitor on NGW, and an impressive one at that. I'm sure Golden Cat is in the back cheering him on. But right now, the man with 9 lives has the potential to maybe earn a singles championship opportunity. Nice standing Shiranui. This is really perfect for Deshaun Williams and Danger Cat. D'Angelo Prince and Jared Leon have been beating the hell out of each other at ringside since the match pretty much started. They could go for a pin. Oh, uninterrupted. And Danger Cat might look to do just that after a knee to the side of the head. Instead, he decides to have a little bit of fun. Deshaun hoping for some refuge in the corner. I don't think he's going to find it, though. Danger Cat laying into him and now biting his fingers. A lot of pent-up animosity towards Deshaun Williams. Uh-oh, here comes that knee again. Deshaun Williams not going to be able to use his jaw properly for the foreseeable future after all of these knees. And now a DDT. This is a fatal four-way, Crizzy. Just for you. I knew that you were going to be here specifically right now tonight. And so I needed to set this up just for you. Crizzy with a rare live appearance. Deshaun Williams now trading up. He's got Jared Leon while D'Angelo Prince gonna pay for his ego. Danger Cat popping him in the jaw from the apron. And Deshaun is making me queasy with this airplane spin. He is just taking Jared Leon around and around. Watch D'Angelo Prince fly. What a missile drop kick. Deshaun, more than going for the pin, kind of just falling into the cover. Making himself dizzy. How many times did he spin Jared Leon around? Probably 20, maybe even more. But look at Deshaun. Look at Deshaun. Keep your eyes on the young upstart. Exploding from the corner. Big knee. But knows, well, I thought he was going to, was Jared Leon going to let the pin happen? I thought he was going to try to take out Leon and then go for the pin. But, well, in a match like this, you kind of have to take every opportunity that presents itself. So, Jared Leon going to feed on the scraps. Prince still reeling. This is not the main event, though. The main event still to come. Xander Slate one-on-one. First time ever with undisputed champion Jason Spade. Look at Jared Leon, guys, with a sleeper hold here on Danger Cat. Now, you do not want to be trapped in those freaking arms of Jared Leon. Oh! Danger Cat with the mushroom stomp. Just about caving Leon's face in. And now we get a Trouble in Paradise. There's so much going on. D'Angelo Prince with a Tanahashi clothesline, but Deshaun's got the pin on Leon after that Trouble in Paradise. And Deshaun, he would have had the 3 count. You gotta believe this match would be over if not for D'Angelo Prince realizing what was going on. Inverted power slam, maybe countered into a bulldog by the former Anarchy champion. Deshaun hanging out of that top rope for dear life. Oh, big punch to the jaw. See you bye. Leon's got the ring all to himself. Listening to those voices in his head. They're telling him what to do. Like I said earlier, now that Val is gone and things have been kind of rough for the Justice family these last few weeks, this could be a big turnaround. Bloody Justice is in action himself. A little bit later on, could Jared Leon possibly earn himself a spot inside of the chamber at Purgatory? He's got D'Angelo looking pretty unconscious to me. Middle of the ring, but Danger Cat's going to come and ruin the fun. There's that choke. He's got that big meaty claw wrapped around D'Angelo's throat. And he's going to keep choking until D'Angelo taps or passes out. Danger Cat's trying his best, but Jared Leon does not care. It's like a gnat flying around his head. And finally, Leon lets go, but it might be too little too late, guys. 1. Not even a 2 count. Deshaun turning around and calmly breaking up the pin. Leon is not done, however. This mammoth of a man. Now there's the 2-handed choke. But D'Angelo with a rake of the eyes knows how to get out of that situation. Trouble in Paradise. Almost. There's an enziguri. And Leon, smart move, rolling out of the... Ow! Danger Cat going for the chiropractor on Deshaun, and D'Angelo cut him off with a Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. D'Angelo Prince with the win. What a match, and what a win for D'Angelo Prince. Danger Cat was coming off the ropes looking for the chiropractor on Deshaun Williams. He did not see D'Angelo coming with the Trouble in Paradise. Knocked that boy out. And Deshaun was almost in a state of shock huge win for D'Angelo Prince, though. Continuing his hot streak since returning here to CMV. I think D'Angelo has, without a doubt, proven he deserves a spot inside of that chamber at Purgatory. I think all four of those guys just did, though, with a match like that. Yeah, Deshaun just appreciated it so much, he let the pin go down. He was like, you know what? You deserve it. Not even tripping. Now that's respect. Coming up next, respect is what Killian Reid yearns for. He wants the American flag to be respected once again. The Louisiana is in action after failing to recapture the European Championship and rechristened it the Great American Championship, falling at the hands of Reese Matthews at Absolution. Killian Reid is now looking to carve out a new path to Ascendance 8, and it might start right here, right now, as he takes on Gary Reid, who we have not seen in quite a while. The Dragon could be hoping to put himself on the map here in his return with a victory over the two-time Great American Champion. It is the European Championship. Reese Matthews, the holder of it. Killian Reid not happy about it. He had his chance to win the title back, though, and unfortunately just not his night at Absolution. Killian Reid not going to have his friend Vance Vintage very far. Watching at ringside. And Killian Reid immediately with a power bomb, but what else? Not 3 seconds into this match, we already have our first. Should we actually count this match to see how many hits? Well, here comes two. There's two power bombs. 10 seconds in. Oh, and here's a third power bomb. A falling variation. Gonna go for the pin. One. Only a one count. Not a great start for Gary Reid, the NG-Dub alum. Former Unified World Tag Team Champion. There you go. Kicks out the knee. He knows Killian Reid's the bigger man. He knows it might be a good idea to get him grounded so that he can't throw around his weight. Here comes a fourth power bomb. Dude, I don't even know the actual record on power bombs. There's a fifth, by the way. I think Killian Reid has definitely, without a doubt, broken it this season. Bison used to hold it for the longest time, but I think Killian Reid definitely has broken it at some point. Probably in most of his matches this season, he has broken it. Without a doubt, more than 20. I mean, Bison had I think it was 10 or 11 for the longest time. That was the record. But Killian hits 20 power bombs per match, so no doubt Killian has that record. Just don't know actually how many power bombs he has hit in a single match. Maybe we'll find it out right here, though. Already 5 of them. Winding uppercut. That closed fist doesn't even faze Killian Reid. Didn't even, it just tickled his beard a little bit. Look at these stabbing blows to the midsection, turning those ribs into a fine powder. Gary Reid, he's crafty, slapping the tit on the way down with that reverse DDT. Okay, Reid gonna grab him by the throat, just huck him to the other side of the ring like it ain't no thing with a chicken wing. The man that bleeds red, white, and blue, continuing to whip Gary Reid around the ring like a rag doll, beating his chest like the gorilla that he is. Gary Reid's just trying to catch a breath in the corner. Oh, now here comes a mud hole. The fans counting along. Now that's just unnecessary. Why you gotta flip him off like that, man? Gary Reid's a cool dude. One, only a one count. Vance Vintage keeping a close eye at ringside. DDT to kip up. Vintage did not like that. And as soon as Reid gets a little bit of breathing room, he decides to mock Vance Vintage. And that is not going to fly! You don't mess with the friends of a real American. Gary Reid stomping repeatedly on the upper back, catches that kick though, and here comes the 6th power bomb of this match so far. Something tells me Red's not done though. Counters an Irish whip on the apron, big man hanging on, and Reid's talking that smack right to his face, saying, "Come back in." Not waiting around, Hangman's DDT. Straight to the cover, hooks the leg, 1. Only a 1 count. This has definitely got to be a turning point for Killian Reid. He's been on a bit of a losing streak the last few weeks. A crushing blow for he and America at Absolution. But like any great American, he's going to pick himself up. He's going to dust himself off. And he is going to hit a 6th power bomb from the top rope. Vintage Killian. Can't do it without a little bit of pizzazz. 1, 2. Gary Reid, though, he ain't no pushover. NGWM, former Unified World Tag Team Champion. This man has ended careers, literally, with that cross armbar of his, which Killian Reid has done a very good job of avoiding so far. 8th powerbomb. Reid now resorting to some stomps. Gary Reid! Just as I say, Reid was doing a good job avoiding the cross armbar. Reid's going to slap it on, and if Reid doesn't tap or find a way to escape, that arm is going to snap, and Reid might be retiring early. But Killian able to get onto his knees and a couple of well-placed punches. Gary Reid's got no choice but to let go. Heaving blow to the midsection. Now, if that didn't break a rib, I don't know what will. 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. Got a bit overzealous myself. Another sleeper match here tonight on Supremacy. Continuing to target that arm is Gary Reid. The first armbar might not have done the trick, but a second one surely will. Knife edge chop, overhand chop, another chop. Hooks the leg. The big man's brain might be rattled. Gary Reid with a huge win. Incredible upset pulled out by Gary Reid here tonight. The Dragon continuing the losing streak of Killian Reid, but a big win for himself. Look at this, Killian though, a real American shows sportsmanship. Gary Reid earned his respect here tonight. Hard fought contest, very close. Gary Reid was the better man. But what's it going to take for Killian Reid to get back on track, guys? Well, coming up next, guys, I am very excited for this next match. A rematch from last episode of Supremacy. Andrew Briggs, the man who has punched his ticket to the main event of Ascendance 8 after winning King of the Hill at Absolution, and Briggs wasted no time on Twitter announcing he will be challenging for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, that title that Jason Spade holds. Briggs wants it back. It's been just about a year since Andrew Briggs last held the championship, and at the grandest stage of all, he's going to have the opportunity to wrap it around his waist once again. But tonight he has his hands full with Dave Turner. And Andrew Briggs kind of, I hate to say it, but bit of a dick move he pulled. After their match last episode of Supremacy, Briggs tweeted saying, I'm really worried. I think Dave Turner might have injured his neck after I hit him with the Hangman's neck breaker. I heard he's being checked on by doctors. I'm not too sure what's going on. And, well, a lot of the people in the King of the Hill match targeted Dave Turner's neck relentlessly. He ended up getting eliminated, obviously. And Andrew Briggs afterwards tweeted, yeah, I might have lied. It might have been a little bit of a white lie, but sue me. And so Dave Turner actually requested this rematch. He feels as though Andrew Briggs kind of pulled a dick move. I mean, I hate to say it. Andrew Briggs, it was smart. The people in that match were ganging up on Dave Turner, targeting his neck, taking out one of the bigger threats. At least that's what Andrew Briggs saw him as, why he went out of his way to, falsify information like that. Dave Turner's not happy, though. He was in the main event of the first ever Ascendance. He wanted to go to the main event of the 8th Ascendance. But due in large part to Andrew's white lie, that ain't happening. And here comes the technical prodigy with a drop kick that will send you into another dimension. And Turner now with a modified Northern Lights suplex. I tried to talk to Jason Spade earlier tonight regarding Andrew Briggs confirming he wants the Undisputed Championship out of Ascendance, but Spade is so focused on the Unified World Tag Team titles come Purgatory, defending them alongside Brett Curtis against the S&S Connection. And he was busy getting ready for his match here tonight in the main event against Slate. But I'm sure we'll be hearing real soon from Spade about what he thinks. Oh, nice clothesline by Andrew Briggs. This time last year, Andrew Briggs was the Undisputed Champion. Everybody thought he was going to be going to the main event of Ascendance 7 to defend the title, but just a couple of months away, he ended up losing it in that championship scramble. But this year, Briggs, it's been a hell of a ride to get back to the top of the mountain. Might not be walking into Ascendance 8 as champion, but very well may walk out. That's if Dave Turner lets him get there, because Dave Turner is pissed. Now, let me tell you that. I talked to him earlier backstage. I said, how do you feel about Andrew Briggs, doing something like that? And Dave Turner said he didn't expect, him and Briggs, he wouldn't call them best friends, but, they've been cordial backstage over the years. No reason for Briggs to do something like that. Dave Turner kind of feels like Andrew Briggs has got a problem. Oh, nice stalling vertical suplex by the Hall of Famer. You can just see in Dave Turner's eyes, man, he is pissed. Andrew Briggs has never done something like that before. He's always been a good sportsman. But I guess, with such an opportunity on the line, I can't say I'd do any differently in his position. The main event of Ascendance 8 on the line, you got someone like Dave Turner in the match. You want to do everything you can to make sure that his chances are dwindled. But still, Briggs hasn't even shown remorse in his tweet after Absolution. I think he put a laughing emoji. He said, yeah, I might have lied, but what of it? I'm going to Ascendance, baby. Another Northern Lights suplex. Rolls over. Final cut by the three-time world champion. And Andrew Briggs again going to roll to the outside. And Dave Turner says it's done. I'm done playing with this kid. Kick to the knee. Throwing it back into the ring. Andrew Briggs maybe luring Turner out to the ringside area so he can get the upper hand. Front headlock. Chops away the hand. Snapmare by Briggs. Drop kick misses. Dave Turner going to close the distance. Nice drop toe hold. To drag Briggs by the legs away from the ropes. Deadlift turned into a back suplex. Front headlock now. Chop away. Irish whip. This match much more slower paced. Oh! Just as I say that, Briggs pulling out the Shining Wizard, man. 1, 2. But not this time. Dave Turner ain't going to go out like no chump after being played like a fool. Briggs trying to rally the support of these fans. I think a lot of them are kind of on the fence about Briggs, though, after doing what he did. Last episode's match did end rather unexpectedly between these two when Andrew Briggs hit that Hangman's neckbreaker and was able to put Turner away with it. A quick 3 count. Look at this elbow barrage now. My God. 6. The fans chanting along. 7. 8. 9. And shows off a bit with the last one. 10 elbow drops to the ribs, guys. 1, 2. But Turner denies Briggs, and Briggs is getting angry now. You can see that grimace on his face. Counters the Irish whip. Turner's jaw probably throbbing right now. Shoulder thrust has Briggs down and out. At ringside, what is Dave Turner thinking here? Oh, and right into the steel post, the side of Turner's head. I can hear the clank from over here. Turner getting more and more aggressive as this match goes on, guys. Look at him now. You can see maybe a slight bit of hesitation. What's he doing? What's Briggs doing? Oh my God! Andrew Briggs just speared Dave Turner to the freaking barricade! What is Briggs doing? What's gotten into him? Why would he do that? The fans, these bloodthirsty fans in attendance chanting, "This is awesome!" Briggs just speared the Hall of Famer through the freaking barricade. Just a pile of rubble now. But look at Dave Turner, valiant, somehow to his feet and fighting again. As Briggs just using everything at his disposal, every single part of the ring and the ringside area to inflict maximum damage. I really want to know what is stuck up Andrew Briggs' craw. Dave Turner, though, delivering a psycho driver. And Dave Turner came to get his tonight. And Andrew Briggs got 1, 2, 3. Andrew Briggs with but a millisecond to spare. 2.999. How the hell? Dave Turner goes for a high kick to the side of the head. Able to catch him. Northern Light suplex. Looks like a second dose of the final cut. But both men are now down. Can we get a "This is awesome" chant? What a match. Far superior than their match last episode. That's because this time they're fighting for respect. Dave Turner feels as though Andrew Briggs doesn't respect him, and I think that's becoming clear the way he speared him through that barricade earlier. Uh-oh, Dave Turner in the corner. That's not where you want to be. A second Shining Wizard, another short arm clothesline. And surely that's the final nail in the coffin. 1, 2, 3. Andrew Briggs with the win. I don't feel good about that, though. Something's gotten into Andrew Briggs, and I don't like it. We need to get medical out here right now to check on Dave Turner. He's a tough son of a bitch. He's going to try to walk out his own 2 feet, but that's dangerous. We need to get medical down on that ramp to meet him right now. Dave Turner's too prideful, and he's disappointed in himself, but he might be dealing with a broken back. Someone needs to sit Andrew Briggs down and talk to him. Man, I'm still a bit hot myself. Andrew Briggs acting crazy, man. I'm going to have to try to talk to him. See what the hell is going on. What's up, Botch? Happy birthday. By the way, just in time, not for Mike Miles, but Patch Mondo is in action here in our co-main event, taking on Bloody Justice. Still our main event to go, guys. Mr. Slate taking on Jason Spade. First time ever. Earlier tonight, Shay Hoxton failed to defeat Brett Curtis. Can Slate try and match the momentum of the two teams heading into Purgatory, their big unified World Tag Team Championship match? Or will Spade make sure that the champs have the advantage? But as I was talking about earlier during Jared Leon's match, that fatal four-way, it's been a rough... Oh! Bloody Justice starting off with a freaking 360 tombstone pile driver. Yeah, Bloody Justice. He's not playing around tonight. And as I was saying, because it's been a rough few weeks for the Justice family. Of course, they reunited, but... well, their first night back, they were defeated by Kings and Spades. And now with Valgone, there was an alliance there. The future kind of uncertain for the Justice family, and Leon did his best to try and put things back on track earlier. Now it's up to Bloody Justice, who definitely doesn't seem like he's playing around. Pachamon, could not have possibly seen that coming. Bloody Justice freaking charging him. As soon as the bell rang like that. Pachamondo, of course, only been here a couple of weeks. His first two matches against former world champions. And more recently, actually did put up a bit of a fight against Xander Slate. Last episode of Supremacy. Before, succumbing to the OG Dirty Heel in the end. Forearm smash. There's a clothesline that any normal man off the street would probably be freaking decapitated by. Trying to bring in those punches. Patch Mondo putting his dukes up, though, and a stun gun. Gonna have Justice falling into the center of the ring. One. Only a 1 count. Tries to drill the knee into the lower back of Bloody Justice, but the 3-time tag team champion instead with another clothesline. Patch is showing up in this match, man. Sent on by the rookie. This is the type of loss Bloody Justice really cannot afford at this point. Looks like Patch Mondo is having an inner discussion about how to proceed. So far in his CMV career without a win. And this would definitely be a huge first victory for the young Mondo. Another 360 tombstone pile driver. Bloody Justice truly is an indie darling, and the sickle might be the killing blow for Patch Mondo. One. Only a 1 count. Bloody Justice staring intently at the middle turnbuckle. Patch wants to get out of that corner. Boot to the jaw might loosen it a bit. Off the apron goes Bloody Justice, guys. Let's give it up for Patch Mondo. Like I said, he impressed me in his first couple of matches, hanging around with Schmitty and Xander Slate for a couple of minutes before being put down. But tonight here against Bloody Justice, he has brought his A+ game. Dare I say, he has dominated the majority of this match. Oh, there's a knee to the lower back. Up to the top. Where's Pachmondo going? Hopefully he knows what he's doing. He's been in control. Oh, and the wrist pays off. Elbow drop to the upper back. We need a response by Bloody Justice, and we need one quick. Denies the grapple. Denies the punch. Bloody Justice, though, no 360 this time, leaping tombstone pile driver. That is a Justice family staple. Pachamondo's head has to be ringing after 3 tombstone pile drivers. Surprised his neck hasn't been caved in. Bloody Justice brought towards the center of the ring. Pachamondo, he's thinking of something here. Those cogs are turning. Powerbomb into a knee. Good night. 1, 2, 3. Pachamondo has just defeated Bloody Justice here tonight. Oh my God. That's a correct reaction, Grizzy. Pachamondo with his first victory, not only beating Bloody Justice, but dominating Bloody Justice. And it seems like the only member of the Justice family right now who's got their shit together is Joy Justice, who of course is going to the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament at Purgatory. She might need to sit down her boys and freaking do something about their run of, well, unfortunate circumstances. Another loss, and a big one here tonight for Bloody Justice, but for Pachamondo, that's the type of win that will put you on the map. The matriarch needs to get her workers in line. The disarray is understandable. Again, like I said, with Val now gone, there's a big void there for the Justice family and the losses they've been incurring. But nonetheless, guys, the show moves on, and it is time for our main event. First time ever, Xander Slate one-on-one with Jason Spade. With Val taken care of, the S&S Connection, wasted no time in setting their sights on those unified World Tag Team titles. The challenge laid out and accepted at Purgatory. Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton will challenge Brett Curtis and Jason Spade for the unified World Tag Team titles, but tonight it is divide and conquer. Earlier tonight, Brett Curtis defeated Shay Hoxton. Will the momentum remain with the tag team champions here, or can Slate even things up heading into Purgatory? Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton saying no hard feelings, it's just business. Now that Val's out of the way, it's time for us to take those tag team titles for ourselves. Of course, Jason Spade's got a lot in his mind right now with the fact that Andrew Briggs has announced he will be challenging for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship at Ascendance. Spade needs to start preparing for that, but he can't afford to overlook, nor can Brett Curtis, the challenge of Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton. These two go way, way back, although they have never fought one-on-one before. Sit out sidewalk slam by Slate, and a clothesline. Obviously has the height advantage, but that's a situation Jason Spade often finds himself in, the smaller man. It has never ever stopped him before. Overhand punch. Gonna send Slate into the corner with an Irish whip. Elbow to the side of the head, though. Able to duck Slate. Slate's always had a problem with smaller opponents. Can't seem to keep up with them. Slate's not a very fast guy. Oh, he's a big guy. 6'4", 260 pounds. But Slate, you're not going to see him winning many races, nor doing a whole lot of flips. Jason Spade is going to definitely enjoy that agility advantage. Standing Seafire, you don't see those too often. Great maneuver, though. And Spade might believe he has the match won off of it, but Slate, crafty as they come. Surprise small package, only gets a 1 count. Kick to the back, Slate Big boots. Jason Spade just swallowed his own teeth, but nothing that's enough to have him down for the count. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, says Spade, sending Slate down to the outside, but he's in hot pursuit, staying on top of Slate like a monkey on a cupcake, and there's a tilt-the-world DDT. You can see that the respect is being shown between the two teams, what respect there is, because these two are not ringside for Hoxton and Curtis's match earlier, and, well, Hoxton and Curtis not ringside for this match either. No interference, no shenanigans, just some straight-up fights. Curtis got the better of Hoxton. Now Slate needs to match that momentum, or else the challengers are going to be walking into purgatory. Ooh, right to the ear. At a disadvantage for sure. High kick, rocking Slate. Not for very long, though. Gotta respect the tenacity of Jason Spade. He is going at Slate with no hesitation. And a knee to the chest. You can see Slate holding his chest, maybe finding it hard to breathe, and that is not a good sign. Another Tilt-the-World DDT. My God. Slate is getting his clock thoroughly cleaned here at ringside by Jason Spade, but that kick to the side of the head might create an opening punch to the upper back. Into the barricade now. We're at a count of 15, guys.
16.
And Spade seems to be contemplating his next move. Taking a bit too long, though. Not sure what's going on here. Count of 18. If this goes to a double count out, I don't think we're going to have the show end like that. Maybe Slate can... What? Come on now. Xander Slate just won the match. Count of 19. Slate threw Spade into the ring with the intention, obviously, of following him, but got counted out. Jason Spade victorious by count out, but he has Slate to thank. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Spade there towards the end. He's going to take the win, though. Jason Spade knocking off Xander Slate by countout. You can see Slate livid at ringside. He just cost himself the match. Spade with the cheek. And hopefully Slate doesn't do that at Purgatory, or else it's going to cost them the Unified World Tag Team titles. But here tonight, at least, the champions with a clean sweep. Although there's going to be an asterisk on that main event, I believe. But guys, thank you as always for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope that you enjoyed the show as much as I did. We continue on the road to the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance 8. And the next stop is Purgatory next week. Gonna be a hell of a show, but for now, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your, Wednesday night. Happy birthday, Botch. Chrissy, thanks for coming live. Do that more often. And for everybody else, I love you. See ya.